Right now, let's not wait any longer and just march into the fast-paced map of Sandhawk. I
Yeah,
would love to see this flight path trajectory, and suddenly,
I
suddenly
was.
it's gone all green.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you didn't march in, you fly in, man. You fly into the map of Sanhok, and well, we missed our flight. The players are already there. The party started. It was a northern position flight path, started from Mong Nai and went towards the Camp Alpha Island, where we do see a lot of players heading right now. But the circle is gonna be centered around the quarry area.
Yes, and now the southern circle that I can see is gonna, kind of prepare these teams for the worst case scenarios. And there is one circle that I am yet to see. That is cave. We
Oh yeah.
have never seen a cave circle. Is this gonna be the map? Because every single time we have a similar circle, it goes all the way down to its quarry. It somewhere ends down there. But yes, quarry is a very interesting place where these teams can battle it out amongst each other. A lot of dips, a lot of good compounds that you have for yourself. But now, again, the same thing happening. The first Sanhok that I saw, the Western Islands were kind of clear. But now that we have come in, now they're not clear at all. One, two, three, four teams over there.
Definitely, and it is going to be quite intense because now these four teams are going to have to cross over and get inside the circle. I think one team that's going to have a really good time, in fact, make that two, is going to be INES, who have gone for the eastern edge towards Kampong and Lakavi and the city of Painan, where Team Bablu resides right now. So those two areas are going to be really good, and the teams are going to have a pretty easy time in the early game stages. But let's see how the game turns out, because R3D, once again, can be caught off guard by the players of Future Station, who are present towards the cave area, but R3D, they have gone towards Camp Charlie.
Yeah, they've taken that plunge towards Camp Charlie. Meanwhile, 7C is dropping off at Sami. And one good thing is that the center is wide open for anyone and everyone to take it for the grabbings. But Team Bablu, they've been lucky all the time. They've always have had the circle in their favor. And Painan is certainly kind of that kind of a spot that you expect that will be in the circle in the first circle when the first zone comes in. So now quarry area, that's wide open. Pan, that's also wide open. Team Pain Element will definitely be looking to take that one in for them. But Team T2K, they will have to close in and might get just sandwiched between A1 Esports and Pain Element. And well, if A1 Esports is engaging, if they make enough noise, VT and Giant Mara will come in. And now, if VT and Giant Mara go for the third party, Venom Legends will come in. So you can expect not just third party, a lot of parties.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a house party. It's going to be a rave. It's going to be a festival that's going to be happening. But when is it going to start? When is going to be the opening ceremony? I think we're going to have to wait for that. So far, things look pretty standard as far as this matchup is concerned, apart from the fact that there is going to be a possibility of having the final circle towards the cave area. But apart from that, early stages, no one's going to be taking a fight. Elementrix are going to be pretty much comfortable up until the point. High voltage are going to be coming their way. But PN Crew is also one of those teams that looks like they are in a split. So 2 players towards Camp Alpha, 2 players towards the Ruins Island. So that split might also head in that direction if the team decides to play the edge of the circle. Possibility of that happening, quite low. One more team that's going to have to be in a worrisome situation is going to be the team in Chami. That's going to be the squad of 7Cs. But right now on our screens, we do see the team that landed towards the Cow area and the Tatmok area. It is Venom Legends. A huge expectations for this team to perform. They are performing, but consistency still needs to be there. They are 4 games behind the teams above them. And those 4 games are going to be really crucial since now the other teams are sitting out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that you've mentioned a lot of parties, I was so looking forward to it. Imagine you go to a party and you just get murdered out there.
That's a game of PUBG Mobile, man. That's you trying to go for a third party. Yeah.
Absolutely. But if you take a look at the circle that we have, Quarry is an area where Future Station have already gotten themselves into. INES might backstab them, and this is the best thing about Sandhawk. You need to have either those compounds or make sure the rocks beneath which you are just beside which or behind which wherever you are taking cover, you need to be safe. If a single bullet is fired and the enemy acknowledges that, you're in troubled waters. But yes, one good thing about teams is that you do not get enough utility. So those grenades, you might get to see that in those early games, but when we come till the end, you do not have much of them remaining for yourself. So that can be a bit troublesome. But talking about the teams, all right, let's talk about this drop. AWM and attack stock. I don't know what I'll do with that, but I'm certainly gonna pass over if I see an AWM, at least in Sanhok.
Uh, okay, I understand where you're coming from. The battles on Sanhok are close to mid ranges, right?
Yeah.
And AWM, that weapon is long range weapon. Close range snipers, you hardly get to see the action. But it's still a weapon that has a lot of power, a lot of potential. One good shot and you are getting a knock for yourself, a guaranteed knock from that one shot. Why not just take it and use it to create opening for your team? I think that is going to be the best you can do with this on this map. But definitely, I agree with you. Tac stock is going to be a better pickup. AWM, you will hardly get the opportunity to use it before you realize where the opponent is. Before you try and spot him out and take your precise aim towards the head of your opponent, they are going to finish you off already.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm not as good as Luxy, I do not
Or on
imagine.
top in this scenario.
Yes, as on top. I do not imagine myself holding or yielding a bolt action and a powerful weapon as that. Even say DMRs, I would not prefer that in Sanhok. I would love maybe an M4 loadout alongside a Uzi, or I would have loved it if MP5K was available in this particular map. I mean, it's there in Vikendi. It's kind of like the big brother of Uzi, in which you can attach scopes as well and gets you a higher mag, and that's a very good weapon. And imagine that being in Sanhok. Yes, we do have a lot of we do see a lot of vector usage over there, but in this meta, in the South Asian region and in the Pakistani region meta, we haven't seen much out of Vector. Uzi has always been there, but Vector has been kind of missing.
Yeah, Vector has been missing. I mean, Uzi with the rate of fire is definitely going to be a weapon that the people prefer, right?
Or else you can go for Barrel.
Barrel is definitely going to be the better choice, man. The rate of fire is there, the damage is there.
The range is also
range
there.
is also going to be present, definitely. So it is going to be a better pickup. Plus, if you are going to carry a sniper with you, the mag is going to be the same. Oh, Bablu in some trouble. Elementrix from the rear coming in with the knock. Tarrant is going to be taken down. They were totally tunnel vision on the team in front of them. No one was looking at the back.
Yes, exactly. This is what happens in Sanhok, right? You try to take a fight in the open, someone or the other just spots you out and takes you down. Anubis getting that kill confirmed onto its Tamim and Kashif. So that Kapshi, in fact, that's going to be really, really troublesome for future station. And well, taking the center right from the start can also go wrong, and that is exactly what they have displayed right now. Meanwhile, the members of Team Elementrix, they're definitely on high spirits right now. They are high on their morals. They know now that they've committed a lot of mistakes, but they certainly have found their way back inside, and now they kind of look prepared for the league. But you know, we still have a few more days to go, and in that, I would really want to see this team in the top 5.
Yeah, same here. I would love to see this team in the top 5. There are a lot of expectations, a lot of fans behind that squad and behind that roster, but the performance is just not coming in. But that is what we say, right? These are just the scrims. Practice as much as you can, get warmed up, get used to your opponents, find out if there are any mistakes happening in your plays, in your rotations, be it in your team fighting, be it in the communication of you as a squad inside of the game. Find those mistakes, then there's going to be a gap where you can work on those mistakes and practice on fixing them. And then when the actual league starts, you're going to be giving your A game. You're going to be bringing your A game. What a rotation, ladies and gentlemen, coming in.
Or you can do this. Or you can do this.
Yeah. Or you could do this, yeah. You can just chill.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just chill as long as someone on the shores will spot you down and blow up that boat. And we have seen that on numerous occasions. In fact, just day before yesterday, one of the squads did try to take the boat and they were just blown up. Their players kind of jumped out, but still they were picked off one after the other. But you know, Johnny, I'm really getting happy right now because I believe this might just be that cave circle, something that I've been looking out for so long in my entire casting career. Not even once did I get to cast a cave circle today. Might just be the day.
Yeah, today is going to be your lucky day, and today is going to be our lucky day as well. Ocean
teams won't
was
love
here
it.
as well. Ocean has been begging for a cave circle on in Sanhok for a really long time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That calls for a new video from Oceanside.
Yeah.
Zone and Sandhawk in cave. I mean, imagine.
A video with him crying in the beginning, finally getting the cave circle, maybe.
Yes, that's the thumbnail idea. I hope he is listening to this. But imagine if actually we do have our wishes granted, we get a cave circle. How would you approach it?
Oh, that is a
You
long
have to
story,
take
man.
a leap of faith.
You literally, but yeah, go for the leap of faith. Try and see. Well, it is going to be a risky move to be on the insides, right? The exits are choke points. The teams, once they get a high ground, it's literally you've heard the saying, right? Shooting fish in the barrel. Well, you are
Yes.
going to be the fish.
Yeah,
You
and
never want to be the fish.
absolutely. And adding on to it, you don't want to be Sonim either over here.
Yeah.
Imagine you
Hey,
just.
why not, man? He won he got the chicken dinner.
Yeah, but now if he goes down, he just can't get back up right over there.
Yeah.
Because now to take an exit, you have to take the waterways.
I'm pretty sure
and-
Water is making fun of his teammate right now for falling down.
Yes, and that got them the chicken dinner, man.
Yeah.
But now, okay, this is a pretty interesting pixelated tuk-tuk that we have in front of us. A vehicle. I don't know why it does even exist. Imagine you are riding across the rainforest and some unfriendly neighbor spots you out and just take you down. What are they intending to do right now?
It's a ride, maybe. But let's see how things work out. As PN Crew, they spot out the players of Sights, and it's going to be Razur who's going to be spotted. Oh, smoke to smoke, perfect rotation. They take a few shots, but it's going to be worth it. Mr. Boro is not going to have the opportunity to take the shots again. Why are you still looking at the older smokes? They are moving up ahead. You saw two people run out. Focus on them. Focus on the targets that you can take out, not on the ones that you haven't spotted out here. Your teammates are going to be able to provide you with some support over there. And with a few mistakes here and there, I think Sights are just going to be running away from this entire scenario without even ever having to fight. But R3D, they're going to have to take this fight against the players of 7 Seas, as Zeo is going to toss a nade towards the players, trying to deny the push, trying to deny the opportunity to take him out and knock him out. But is that going to happen? As 7C, they go for the rush. Zeo is just going to go down for free.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just, holstering up a grenade, trying to cook it around, and 7C is making that perfect entrance. But, when you have a high ground and you know your enemies are pushing close, you should go for the low toss instead. And Walker taking down Storm over there. 7C got in a bit of a cover, kind of a bit of a crossfire, getting shot from elsewhere over there. Well, Love will definitely deploy that smoke, but why? Why would you put a smoke over there? And that's gonna raise questions, provided that you have just limited numbers, but still somehow 7Cs. Why did he want to punch his teammate? Now this is a good smoke.
Why you got knocked down, man?
Why? At this situation, why, my friend?
Yeah, gotta punish them. But you punish your own teammates. But I think R3D, they still have the opportunity to bring this fight and turn it around, if I'm being honest. The only thing they need to worry about is not to get sandwiched between two different teams, which they are doing right now. The smoke is being thrown by Anubis. He's going to get a revive on his teammates, and he's thrown enough smokes to deny the opportunity for 7Cs to come in for the fight. But 7Cs is using their own smokes against them. They are going for the rush. Smokey version 2.0 is pretty deadly. He's like the Matrix reloaded.
Yeah, absolutely. And he does find that one good knock onto his Anubis, and that smoke kind of revealed his entire position. Of course, the revival out there was completely out of the picture, but Anubis goes down, and so does Joker. And with that, R3D Esports kind of bite the dust. Poison, in the meanwhile, taking down Steel Shot, the last player, and Future Station Gaming get eliminated at the 15th position. Team T2K Zod getting a few knocks here and there, and suddenly my heart starts breaking yet again. I mean, the circle is going away from Cave.
Yeah, the circle is gonna go away from Cave, man. We never get what we want. I wanted a castle circle in Vikendi. That did not happen. It was teasing us till the very last moment, and then it went away. That's what happened with you right now. You want circle, it's not gonna go there. But we do get a lot of fights that are happening right now. Pain X Element, they are taking a lot of damage from the players of Stalwart, and even though Blade is quite low, the entire team is moving along with each other. It's like a wave that's going to come in, swoop upon the players of Pain Element, and then finish them off.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stalwart's making quite a ballsy move out there, I must say, because you're going right out in the open in those white sands. You can get easily spotted. 7C, if they want, they can spot them down. But well, they did deploy the smoke, and I get the reason. They want to go in for the route. This is totally understandable, but at the same time, if someone spots you from far, they see a smoke right in the far, they might just spray in and you might get caught out. But a lot of teams will be getting finished over here right as they try to enter in from the northeastern side. A1 Esports has a good chance to get a lot of kills for themselves. VTN, Giant Mara trying to enter in. On the backlines, we have the players of Dead Eyes, Venom Legends. One of their players got down over there. They have to rotate from Kampong, but how will they? Provided INES has a very good high ground advantage for themselves.
Yeah, a really good advantage, but Janmar, they need to be careful. Oh, Ghana spots one out, goes for the knock, and he's going to get that as well on the player of T2K. Zod got out in the open in the middle of nowhere. His teammate, Nobita, look at that, on the low ground, just hiding behind a rock. And VT and Jamara, even they need to be careful because the players of DE are going to come in and decide that they want to be part of the action. And there are a lot of teams right now holding on to that eastern edge of the circle. So all these teams are going to be coming in together, and that's when things are going to get a lot more interesting because the rotations are going to happen at the same time. That means all of them are going to spot each other out, and what you saw in front of your eyes right now is what is going to be the end result. Teams taking each other out in the middle of nowhere. We did see one more squad go down. A1 Esports in some trouble. Janmar Samir trying to get to his teammate to go for the revive. Is going to take a lot of damage, and his location has been revealed as well. The teammate did drop a smoke for him to pop and then give him the revive, but one blind spray or one nade or one molotov and both these players are out.
Yeah, exactly. The outpost has its own set of pros and cons. As long as you're not spotted down, you get a lot of vision for yourself. But once you get spotted out and you get knocked out, that's a really troublesome situation for you. I get to see those two bikes, and in Sanhok, I would love to see it fly. And we talk about things flying. My dreams have flown away into thin air as finally we can see the shift. And well, Team PN, they will be the happy men over there, having the blessings of the circle. Have a lot of areas to rotate here and there. But Team Sides, if they've got that high ground, they can look to punish Team PN crew. And Bablu having that one compound inside the circle, oh, that's looking really promising for them.
Yeah, it is looking really promising. I mean, they have had, I think, by far the shortest rotation, don't they? They've moved from Painan to just the southern side. Oh, Kashu just emptying out literally the entire clip of the M4 with the 3x on the player of Venom Legends, and he caught, what, one bullet? But INES from the other side, they're going to be like, hey, you pointed out an opponent and we are going to take the kill.
Yeah, and that is exactly what they did. Right now, Team Stalwarts. Well, Kashuf, he's just looking into oblivion, staring out, gazing across the sea so as to find someone. But talk about seas. We have the team of 7C out there, and they are also rotating in. Well, they're inside the circle. Team Bablu, I must say, has the best position right now, but they certainly have to defend it. If Team Elementrix and Team PN crew decide to, push in at the same time, they might take some beating out there. But Team Dead Eyes, they've also made that rotation inside the circle. Now we can see the players of A1 Esports engage against them. And now this is going to be a bit troublesome situation. Dead Eyes, Shifu Sir will definitely be biting the dust as a both gets that confirmation kill.
Yeah, the confirmation kill is going to be pretty crucial. I mean, that is literally, it literally means you're securing a point for your team in this match. But High Voltage could be in some trouble. They are swimming in the waters right now, and if they don't reach the land, that's where their crates are going to be, deep inside these waters, especially considering the fact that Stalwart Esports are right on the beach show, and they're going to spot one out. The shot's being fired on Aussie. He's going to be in some trouble. Kashuf, once again, not getting the finish, but he needs to be aware of the other teams that are present close by. All the players of High Voltage are in there. Elementrix coming in from the high ground as well. This is going to be chaos, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be total, uninterrupted, unadulterated chaos. Look at that. Kashuf being taken down by the players of Elementrix. You thought you had spotted out one of the teams that was weakened up. No, it's you who have stepped into a bad position. Take this. INES are going to be part of the action as well.
Yes, absolutely. That there is some massacre going on. Every single player going down one after the other, and Team Elementrix will definitely confirm all those kills onto which the players of Stalwart. And well, they have got their eyes set onto which the players of Stalwart and will go in for the remainder players. Well, somehow they're still surviving, two of them. But now Team Elementrix, that's a good decision to just back out. One of the teammates has been taken down. They will be revived in the due course of time. But Malik and Blade, they have to make a huge long rotation. But do they have enough first aids backing them up? And well, Blade has been taken down from the Far of Prey. Malik, the last member surviving. How long can he though? That's the big question. As the circle completely shifts from around them. And well, Bablu, they still are inside the zone. Deadeyes has a very good chance of making that quick rotation all the way up on top. And on top is a certain man that has to make that rotation and clear the areas. He knows that if he gets there, if he gets a good control over the high ground, then this chicken dinner might be for Deadeyes.
Yeah, it can be. That's going to be a possibility. But Elementrix, blah, 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 is going to try and catch Malik off guard out in the open, who is inside the blue zone right now. And talking about the blue zone, it's going to start moving in the next 4 seconds. And the circle is not on top of anyone. Although PN Crew and Team Bablu are right on the edge. They have the ability to stop everyone. Spots out Mr. Yozo. Teen Wolf goes for the shots and dishes out a lot of damage. Stopping out Elementrix is going to be a really big deal. Teen Wolf is going to have to absorb all this pressure and take this fight, especially without their IGL. It's just going to be Danny, Pikachu, and Teen Wolf in this situation. Janmaro, they take an exit on the 9th position, down to 8 team, 23 players alive in this match. And Elementrix, they are still trying to find a way in towards the circle. The only thing that's stopping them is going to be the squad of Bablu, and Bablu needs to be careful with, because look at this huge wave of players that are running in from east, heading west, inside the circle. Can spot them out inside the compound and take them out, but they're going to have to fight amongst themselves first, as Ghost is going to be taken out. 7T Smokey is going to confirm the kill. The entire squad, 4 people strong, they're going to finish off Sights in an instant at a booth. The last player standing is going to be taken out, down to 7 teams, 18 players, and 7C is in some trouble, as well as PN Crew become part of the action. It's going to be down to Hungry Box and Smokey. Look at that, Malik from Stalwart, he was trying to survive. He was the last man for his team, and with that, Stalwart also get eliminated. 7C, they are going to be taken out in a few moments, but also A1 Esports were taken out on the 6th position, down to 5 teams, 13 players alive. Season from PN Crew is going to take a lot of damage from the East Vaduse, who are still in this game with just 2 players. I'm sorry, it's 3 players. It's Rated, it's Vadu, and it's on top from the side of DE, who still survive.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed a few couple of moments ago is welcome to Sandhawk.
Yeah.
This is what can go wrong with you if you just cannot get into the right place at the right nick of time. Well, 7C, they have been having their troubled times, and somehow they have managed to survive. One of their players remaining, but still, the grass is definitely looking really green and really neat for the players of Deadeyes. They've perfectly positioned themselves. Elementrix, they are fighting their way inside the circle. They have a clean route, but for how long? They have got the smokes. They're certainly using that, but Bablu has set their eyes on them for such a long time, and now they need to get that high ground. They need to contest Deadeyes. Maybe Team PN Crew might just chime in, and maybe we can see some heads popping out from Elementrix, blah as he is yielding the mean machine. That's the AWM.
Yeah, but still, let's see if that works out. 7C Esports, they get eliminated from this game. PN Crew still being a part of the final situation, so it's going to be a 3 versus 2 versus 2 versus 4 situation. Out of all the squads, Elementrix is the team with all the 4 players in this fight, and they have managed to secure the, well, now it's going to be unfortunate. They secured the western edge. The circle moves east.
Well, you know, I suffered a heartbreak. I think the players can do with it. They can certainly live with it. I just hope they have enough smokes, right? Elementrix, they've done so much all the way coming from cave, completely going down south, wiping down at least not just 1 but 2 squads, then kind of facing off Bablu, dodging them. They went to the western side. They've been doing so much, and now suddenly everything now again comes down to getting inside the circle. And with Deadeyes having a very good vantage point, it looks so difficult for them unless and until the players of Team PN kind of poke the players of Deadeyes and get a few knocks. That is the perfect window of opportunity that Elementrix has to use. But still, you can never rule out the players of Bablu. And now On Top has gotten that knock onto it. Sees it, will want to confirm that kill in an instant. But, well, Danny comes in out of nowhere.
Yeah, with a nade, just secures the kill of the player of PN. Sandesh is going to be the last man surviving inside of the blue zone. He has a first aid kit, he has a lot of heals, but can he survive enough to get a few extra points for his team? Team Bablu, they are moving along with the blue zone as well. It's going to be a risky play. They have to take on the team of Elementrix, and Elementrix can get sandwiched between Team Bablu from their flank and also the players of DE on that high ground. But Sandesh finally steps out from behind the rock. He's going to get at least one knock for free, and yes, he has given out a lot of damage to Danny. The knock is going to come in as well, but Sandesh does not survive. Even though he got a knock, he's going to die out to the blue zone, but he's given away the location of his opponents. Nang from Elementrix is going to be the aggressor on the players of the Teen Wolf, trying to take the fight. Dishes out the damage, goes for the shots, but now he's going to be the last man left standing for his team. Can he take this? Can he take the assault of Elementrix? Sunim is just barely there with any HP. One good nade from Teen Wolf is going to end the two players of Elementrix. The nade was tossed out, but it's not going to be doing enough damage, and with that, Team Bablu, they finish third in this matchup, down to two teams. Elementrix already have 10 kills for themselves. On top from the side of DE in the final fight against his former team. It is going to be a high pressure situation, considering the fact that Elementrix are once again about to be 4-man strong. It's going to be a 4v2 in the final fight.
Team Elementrix, what a storyline. Talk about comebacks. That's Team Elementrix for you. Experience, valor, courage, grit, determination. Everything comes down. But On Top, taking down blah blah blah, but gets traded off. Sonim is doing so much. Wanusa, the last surviving member, but will not survive for long as Team Elementrix go on a chicken dinner spree with getting back-to-back chicken dinners for themselves. What an amazing outing from this lad. Talk about Team Elementrix. This last game, you can say the circle did favor them, but this time around, they did absolutely every single thing right. Everything was stacked up against them.
Yeah.
Still, they held on. They did not flinch even a bit and managed themselves yet another chicken dinner.
An amazing performance. So wonderfully, as you said, back-to-back chicken dinners. We were questioning why is this team, why is one of the biggest names, one of the biggest teams from South Asia region not performing? Well, the answer is they were trying to fix what we said. Fix your mistakes. They fixed their mistakes, and this is it. This is the Elementrix that everyone wanted to see. The dominant performance from an experienced set of players. And I guess if they play like this along in the league as well, then they are probably going to take the trophy. Because look at that, as you so wonderfully said, the odds were stacked against them. They are on the low ground. There's one team with 3 players on the high ground. There's a team on the flank, that's Team Bablu, and they can get sandwiched with the way they were moving.
Oh my goodness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the MVP of this game and see which was that one player from Elementrix, I believe, and
Nang.
that is Nang. 5 kills, 590 damage, survival time of 25 minutes, distance covered 4.11 kilometers. Johnny,
Yeah.
Team Elementrix, newly formed roster, new players coming in, a lot of critics, a lot of speculations were definitely raised, and one thing for everybody. You know, when the first day started off, I saw a lot of players, a lot of, people
Yeah.
were, a lot of fans, that they love their squad, they love their team, Elementrix. They were raising questions. Why this player? Why that player? Why Sonim? Why Nang? And now it perfectly makes sense. Every single, speculation have been shut off.
Yeah.
All the critics, everything have just been shut down over there. But right now, we will take a look at the top 5 players, and there you go. 7C, Mr. Smokey, he's also one of the players that's really rising, and I'm definitely gonna look out for this guy.
Yeah, definitely. Even me. I mean, Smokey has been performing amazing this time in the scrims. Along with that, we have these on top in there. Then we have Blade from Stalwart, and 7C Hungry Box is going to be a part of the top 5 as well.
Yes, absolutely. Hungry Box always being there. Even in the PMCO, the South Asian version, they were doing amazing. 7Cs, they are synonymous with the map of Vikendi, and they did prove that one. And, well, Dead Eyes. this has always been that one squad that has been very, very promising, sticking onto a roster on top. Well, he was formerly in Elementrix, now he gets here and he is also performing. But now let's take a look at the match summary and see as to how the games are going on. And well, 102 smokes and grenades in Sanhok is certainly an improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Usually we get to see like, what, 80, 70 around. But even more impressive is going to be the conversion ratio, man. Look at it. 57 knocks, 54 kills were confirmed in this game. 13 headshots, 1 grenade kill, 1 airdrop looted. That was the AWM that we got to see in the action.
Yes, and that was blah 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 yielding that, but we did not get to see enough knocks, and that's totally understandable, provided the way they took the fights does not matter. It was just, you know, a weapon that he was just showing off. He had a beautiful skin attached to that also. But, you know, talk about the knocks and the kills. 57 knocks and 54 being converted, a very good conversion ratio. And, you know, I loved what happened. I loved how things panned out, despite not me getting that cave circle that I wanted. You know, I have seen, you know, I get my, you know, people slide into the DMs. They kind of ask as to what are your opinions about Elementrix, what about their roster, every single thing. I can imagine the amount of pressure that Mr. Hughes might have been. And now I think he just has one simple answer. Shh.
Well, I guess you can shush the people. But apart from that, I think it makes sense, right? Because earlier on, if you saw Elementrix play, it was just Mr. Yuzu pushing in alone, and his teammates would be there for the support. He would scout out the opponents, he would be the initial aggressors, and he would draw all the attention to one direction.
The dark horse.
Yeah, he would draw all the attention to him, and his teammates would flank. Now it's not just one guy, now it's a 2-2 split. It's Mr. Yuzu and Nang pushing in from one side, and then Sonim and blah blah blah, they just decide wherever they want to go. So it works out.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does work out. And let's take a look at the map standings and see how many kills have the boys gotten themselves this time around. It's 12. 27 points. I mean, I can see 60 points are already out there just from these 2 games. Talk about making a comeback story. I'm pretty sure they made themselves back in the top half. And now I think they have their eyes set on top 3. And that is exactly where Team Elementrix is supposed to be. Following them up, not far behind, are their close competitors, their comrades, of course, outside the game, but inside everyone is a bitter enemy. But this did manage to get a few decent kills. 5 kills, 17 points, not too shabby. 7C Esports, courtesy to those 8 kills, are sitting comfortably on that 3rd position with 14 points.
Yeah, and then there's PN Crew on the 4th, 8 placement points, 3 kills, 11 in total. But look at that Team Bubble, just 1 kill coming in for them, and that was towards the end as well. They have 11 points in total. So not a too shabby performance, but they need to work and regain their old form that we know that they have, and sort of the same performances that we're used to from them. I want to see the second half of the standings and see which teams had tough time. So Pain Element, once again, being in the second half. Gian Mara is going to be there on the 9th position with just 4 points. Future Station finishing this game with 0 as well, along with Pain.